Hello everyone, it's Laura Brazil for the Mind Over Muscle video movement tip of the week. And today we are talking a little bit about heels. Last week we talked about toe spreading, making sure your shoes were big enough. And today, kind of the teaser in the email at least, if you're signed up for the weekly newsletter, was what's the opposite of a high heel? So let's look a little bit at what a high heel is and what it does to the configuration of our body, and then give you a couple things that you can do so that you can counteract high heel wearing. If you're wearing high heels, in your day-to-day life, or even once in a while, what can you do? Or even transition out of a heel. So I looked in my closet. I don't have any more high heels. Um, got rid of all my high heels last year. Um, so I'm gonna makeshift some high heels here with my little half dome here. So when my feet are flat on the floor, you can see that I can stack here. I have my hip over my ankle, my shoulder stacked, and I might have a little forward head. I have a little, but basically I can stay vertical here. When we shift into a heel, and this would be considered a 2-inch heel, so within our realm of sensible heel wearing, you can see that I can't, unless I change my geometry significantly, like I can't keep my leg vertical anymore. So if you think of this as like building blocks and stacking, 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 as I get up here, like my hips have to go forward because to counterbalance, and then my upper body goes back. So wearing heels, even if the heel is low, and so men's shoes, uh, um, right, normal tennis shoes usually have at least an inch of heel. So the higher the heel, the more adjustments that I have to make to not fall forward on my face, because I'm essentially doing this. I'm having to counteract that. So I lean back a little bit. So if our heel's up, like a lot can change. There's a lot of pressure on the forefoot. And so how do we counteract this? What's the opposite? There are some shoes out there that actually put your heel, not in this extreme, and I wouldn't, like, doing the opposite or wearing a shoe with a dropped heel isn't necessarily the answer to high heels, because the body likes the movement. It doesn't like repetitiveness. So like if I were to get in a shoe like this, it would be the opposite of a high heel. I'm going to create other issues that are different than the issues that a high heel creates. But just being here, if you're in any type of elevated heel where your heel's higher than the ball of your foot, stretching like this is great. So this is a double leg calf stretch that I'm in. If you don't have a foam dome like this, don't go out and buy one. I just have a rolled up blanket here, a small blanket, and I can create the same thing here. So now I have my balls of the balls of my feet up higher than my heels, and you can play with stretching the back of the legs, because the muscles in the back of the leg shorten with a lot of high heel wearing. Again, tennis shoes are usually high heels. Most of our sensible shoes are usually heel higher than toe. Um, so you can do this double leg calf stretch. You could do the calf stretch that I teach that looks a lot like walking, which is one foot on top and uh, the other foot kind of going as far forward as it can while maintaining a vertical leg. And so those are that's the calf stretch is one way. So again, single leg calf stretch is an option. Double leg calf stretch is an option. These are exercises, stretches that you can do to counteract your high heel wearing. But the movement that you can do in day-to-day life is hill climbing. If you're going up a hill, even if you're wearing those heeled shoes, you're going to have your heel lower than your toe. So hill climbing is a great way to counteract being in a heeled shoe. But obviously the best way, which I haven't mentioned yet, is wearing shoes without any heel. Again, if your heel is higher than the ball of your foot, you are wearing heels, even if it's sensible. Even if it's sensible. So, calf stretching, single leg and double leg calf stretching, hill climbing, and then just getting in a shoe where your heel is the same height as the ball of your foot. These go a long way. Let me know what you think, if you find any of these useful, and what you are, I challenge you to pick one of these things, whether it's calf stretching, whether it's finding a hill to climb, or whether it's getting in shoes. And again, if you've been in heels a long time, getting in shoes with no heel could take some time and planning. So message me if you need help with that. And you can also check out, I have a great webinar coming up, that these boots aren't made for walking, about the cultural history of shoes and why we don't have great, healthy for your body shoe options. So check that out. I'll put the link, or I'll put the information to register for that in the description of the video today. So let me know what you think, and happy anti-heel time this week. Bye.